Ladder coverage with term riders on a term policy. You're probably familiar with the concept of laddering life insurance coverage. This is using multiple term policies to cover an insurance need so that pieces of coverage fall off as certain risks decrease. This method can save money over a single policy for the total amount of coverage that's needed now. Here's an example. Meet Frank. He's 40 years old and has 3 kids, ages 12, 10, and 7. He owes $350,000 on his mortgage and an additional $150,000 on a business loan. Frank wants to make sure that these debts are covered and that he has enough life insurance to replace his income and pay for his kids' college should something happen to him. He estimates he needs $2 million in coverage and wants to have at least a portion of that enforced through his expected retirement age of 70. The cost of a $2 million 30-year term policy on a 40-year-old male, assuming a preferred non-tobacco rate, is $2,847 a year. With a laddered approach, Frank purchases a 15-year term policy for $1 million to replace income and pay for college. He adds to that a 20-year term policy for $500,000 to cover his mortgage and the business loan. And finally, he adds a 30-year term for $500,000 to last until he retires at age 70. Here is the new cost. 15-year, $1 million term policy is $634 a year. A 20-year, $500,000 policy is $460 a year. And finally, a 30-year, $500,000 policy is $772 per year. Together, the total annual cost would be $1,866. And this cost decreases as the different term policies fall off. Now, what if I told you there was a product with this concept already built in? That's right, a term life policy with term riders. Let's take a look at how it works. A 30-year term policy for $500,000 with a 20-year term rider for an additional $500,000 and a 15-year term rider for $1 million would have an annual cost of $1,760. That's an additional savings and keeping it simple with one company and one policy.